Look, I'm not involved in red ball cricket, so we've got a lot of different players. In fact, the majority of the players weren't even involved in red ball. I think there's 4 players from the test squad. We've been training in Lahore for the last 10 days, played a number of warm-up games and very much been focused on this series. So, there's confidence in terms of our white ball. Have made real good progress in the last 12 months. So we can't allow one form to flow into another.
Mike, if we look at the timeline of Mohammad Rizwan under your coaching, he was dropped from the T20 squad and got terminated from the captaincy as well. Then he got terminated from the ODI captaincy and dropped from the ODI squad as well. And upon your recommendation, it said that the change of captaincy in ODI was done. So why so harsh decisions under your coaching for Mohammad Rizwan? Because he has 65 around average in ODI World Cup and got 250s in last 5 ODIs.
So most of the comments you made were completely incorrect. So by the time I arrived, T20 Rizwan was not in the T20 squad. He certainly wasn't captain. So he has not been playing T20 cricket since I've been involved. In terms of ODIs, yes. Mohammad Rizwan started as captain in the West Indies and we felt we needed a change at the end of that series. That's because we'd won 2 games throughout the 12 months. So the team hadn't performed. So you look at 2 things. You look at individual numbers, you also look at how you can maximise the team performance. So we felt we wanted to make a change from a captaincy point of view. In terms of for this series, you would have noticed in the Bangladesh one-day series we made a number of changes to bring in some new players, and Mohammad Rizwan was still in that squad. And coming into this series we've made a couple of other changes because in 18 months time we have a World Cup. So we need to look at the options we have from a wicket-keeping point of view, and that was something that the selection panel decided.
Have you told Rizwan regarding his weaknesses?
Look, we've had a number of series together, so we've certainly mentioned many work-ons throughout those series that we want to see from him, as we do with every player.
Mike, 10 matches prior to ODI World Cup preparations, do you really think are sufficient for the World Cup experiments? And secondly, do you really think bowling in the power play and batting in the middle phase is a bit of concern for Pakistan?
Well, certainly 10 games is not enough, but that's 10 games up until the end of this cycle. There are still many other games that are being planned between there and the World Cup. So, we'll have probably at least that again. And that's in the process of being planned in the next Future Tours program. Look, we have a mini cricket. Certainly power play with the ball is a big one for us in terms of taking wickets in the power play. That's something that we haven't been particularly good at over the last 12 months. And we're trying to find not only the players, but the players that we bring in have to be able to do that on a consistent basis. So it's not always.
The last series,
sorry, I'm just still finishing question. Okay. And in the batting in the middle order is definitely an area where we need to improve in terms of increasing that probably strike rate through the middle to take a little bit of pressure off at the back end from a scoring perspective.
Cheers.
In the last series before World Cup, Pakistan beat conventionally to Australia. What is the stretch and roll in this series?
Very different format, so different players, different format. We'll take those that were involved in that series will take an element of confidence from that, but different time of year, you can't compare the two. We know Australia from a one-day perspective won a lot of World Cups. Their one-day record has always been exceptional, and Pakistan traditionally has struggled to beat them at times. So, we're certainly putting together a squad that not only we think will do well for this, but will give us an opportunity to see if some of these young guys are going to be ready moving forward.
Mike, there wasn't any vice captain name for Pakistan cricket team since long. Why is there a need of vice captain now?
But you check the press release, it will mention Salman Al Yadav.
Yeah, it is Salman Al Yadav now. So why there is a need of Salman Al Yadav as a vice captain?
Look, I'm unsure. I'm unsure why that was done.
Mike, last question. Keeping the South African conditions during the World Cup in mind, do you eye someone for the fast bowling all-rounder for the Pakistan?
Yeah, I mean, this is not really the series for that. I mean, the conditions at this time of year are obviously a lot drier, a lot hotter, so the need for the fast bowling all-rounder. But we're trying to develop 2 or 3. Ahmed Danielle we've brought into the squad, and he's batted at 7 in different times. So he's certainly one of many. that we're looking at. But as I said, we're holding a number of camps. We've got other tours outside of the national team that we can look at some players as well. So, so just going back to your point, I mean, Selwyn Aliaga has been vice captain for the last 5 tours.
But there wasn't any official announcement regarding that.
I'm unsure about an announcement, but within the team, he's always been the vice captain.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, welcome to Pakistan.
Thank you.
You have seen that track. If we see in the past 2-3 series, there was a bit spin attack, and the match was decided by the spin attack. Are you ready for the spin attack? Seeing them much better in the group?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we look back at the last sort of T20 series we had here before the World Cup, I think those wickets were sort of in preparation of the World Cup, what we'd sort of seen in Sri Lanka and some pretty tough spinning conditions there. So not 100% sure what they're going to produce for us here. But yeah, if it's anything like that, we are prepared. You know, it was a bit of a disappointing 3-game series for us before the World Cup there, but yeah, if we are to face those conditions again, we're ready for them, and we're certainly preparing for them.
If we see the performance of the Australian cricket team in the last 3 matches in Lahore in the World Cup, we were there. What is the change now in the team?
Look, if you look at our sort of our change of the squad, I think you know, we've got a really good core group of senior players, but you know, we've got some younger players coming in like Liam Scott and Ollie Peake. So we're really look at some young faces here as well. You know, with guys to come back from IPL. So you know, as I said, we've got some fresh faces and some senior players as well. So hopefully we can sort of mix them in and around the group and get some solid performances on the board.
You lost the ODI series 2-1 to Pakistan, followed by a T20 wash-up. Do you really think it's a payback time while some of your key players are missing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you play against an opposition, you want to win, and Pakistan have had it over us the last couple of series. So yeah, we're certainly in the hunt for a win and a series win. I know there's been a lot of talk around a lot of Test cricket coming up for Australia, but you know, we really want to make sure we win these sort of little white ball series here and there.
Short, it's quite cold back in Australia and we here in Rawalpindi. Do you think weather would be challenging?
I don't think so. Look, guys have come off an Australian summer. They're pretty fresh from that, so weather can get pretty hot in and around Australia there. So a lot of guys coming from India from the IPL, which is probably similar conditions, but you know, a nice 4:30 starts here are going to be nice. It's not going to be too warm.
What is about the hospitality and the security measures taken by the Pakistan Cricket Board?
Yeah, I mean, we get very well looked after here. Every time we come here, we feel safe. We get, yeah, as I said, very well looked after. You know, we feel like we've been here a lot in the last couple of years with Champions Trophy and a couple of series here and there. So, yeah, the boys are very thankful for the efforts that the PCB go to, and yeah, we really enjoy our time here.
Do you see this series in sequence of the preparation for the upcoming World Cup in the South Africa?
Look, it is a long way away, but I think, yeah, anytime there's ODIs for Australia and a cup coming up, then you know, a lot of guys' eyes go towards that and want to prepare for that. I know for me personally, I want to try and get some runs and some performance on the board to hopefully cement my spot, you know, series to come, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys are too. So, you know, I mentioned a little bit of a transition with some younger guys in and a lot of Test cricket coming up. So there's hopefully going to be a lot of opportunity for some younger guys and guys like myself as well. So, yeah, we've certainly got our eyes towards next year's World Cup, and probably starts now. Yeah.
Pakistan has not been currently in its high point. They are lacking some performances. Do you think Pakistan is currently a challenging team in Asia?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only in Asia, we saw them knock us off in our home country. So, yeah, look, they're coming off a PSL, you know, where they've been playing cricket in their home country. They know the conditions well. We saw that with the T20 series. So it's going to be a challenge, but yeah, one we're looking forward to.
Any discussions with Rawalpindi? He was here last month, played quite a good cricket here in the T20s for Pakistan Super League.
Yeah, a little bit of, there's always a bit of chat from Marnus. Yeah, I mean, he obviously went really well with his team, along with a couple of other Australians that were thereabouts as well. So yeah, we're going to use their intel, use their knowledge of the last couple of months, and yeah, see what we come up with here.
Cool.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good time.
Thank you.